Remember this for me, unbelievable, at the barbecue last weekend. A Karen from the neighborhood came up and slapped my disabled son. All for eating a piece of barbecue. I was shocked. The whole neighborhood was shocked. But what made me even madder was that she thought she was right. She screamed that meat was evil. That the whole neighborhood should follow her vegan laws. But rest assured, it didn't end there. This Karen paid the price. And paid big. It all started on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. My neighborhood was having a barbecue in Dave's backyard, a long-awaited tradition at the end of the month. The smell of grilled meat was everywhere. Laughter was everywhere. And kids were running around playing. My son, Tommy, 8, was there too. He has had a leg disability since he was a child and has difficulty walking. But he is always happy. Especially when he gets to eat hamburgers, his favorite food. I remember clearly that day when I finished grilling a burger. I gave it to Tommy, and he grinned and said, "Daddy, it's the best in the world." But then, everything changed. From afar, I saw a familiar figure, Mrs. Linda, whom the whole neighborhood called Vegan Karen. She was a member of the WA, famous for imposing ridiculous rules like no trash cans left outside for more than 5 minutes. No one had forgotten the time she sent a letter warning the whole neighborhood because someone dared to grill meat in the yard. That day, she was wearing a T-shirt with the words, "Meat is murder," printed on it. Holding a small speaker, and walked straight into Dave's yard. I had a feeling something was wrong. Mrs. Linda didn't say anything. Walked straight to the dining table. Pointed at the plate of grilled meat and shouted, "Don't you have any conscience? Killing animals for food is a crime." I told the whole neighborhood to switch to veganism. The whole group was stunned. Dave tried to smile and said, "Calm down, Linda. This is barbecue. Everyone is having fun." But she didn't listen. She turned to me, saw Tommy biting into his burger. And her eyes were blazing. "Boy, give it to me," she roared. And then rushed forward and snatched the burger from Tommy's hand. He panicked, tried to hold it, but he was no match for her. I shouted, "What are you doing? Give it back to my son." But Linda didn't stop. She pointed straight at Tommy and shouted, "Eat meat? Aren't you ashamed?" Then, like a madwoman, she swung her arm, a slap rang out, hitting Tommy right on the cheek. The whole yard was silent. Tommy was crying, covering his face, his crippled leg shaking. I rushed to hug him. And Linda stood there, proud as if she had done something noble. "Serves him right. He should have been taught from a young age," she said. At that moment, my blood boiled. I'm not the type to cause trouble. But seeing my son beaten over a piece of meat, I couldn't bear it. Luckily, I was not alone. Sarah, my next-door neighbor, filmed the whole thing on her phone. She shouted, "You're crazy, Linda. Are you proud of beating children?" Linda turned around and growled, "I'm doing this for the environment. For the future of these ignorant kids." But that pride didn't last long. Dave, the homeowner, stepped forward. "Linda, get out of here or I'll call the police." She sneered, "Call me. I'm the WA. I have the right." Oh, she didn't know she had just dug herself into a hole. I told Sarah to send the video to the whole neighborhood via group chat. Within 10 minutes, more than 20 people showed up. All of them angry. One old man shouted, "You're so arrogant about beating a disabled child?" Get out of this neighborhood. I called the police. When they arrived, Linda still tried to defend herself. I was just teaching her a lesson. But the video said it all. The police watched it, shook their heads. Follow us to the station. She turned pale, stammered. I didn't mean it. But no one believed her. That's not all. After that incident, the whole neighborhood filed a petition with the WA, asking to evict Linda for her violent behavior and abuse of power. The video went viral in the group chat. Then on social media in the area. Everyone started calling her the vegan tyrant. A week later, the WA had an emergency meeting. And Linda was officially kicked out. I heard she was also fined by the community for causing trouble. And had to clean up trash around the neighborhood for a month. And Tommy? He's fine now, although he was a little scared at first. The next day, I made his own barbecue again. And the whole neighborhood came to support him. Now every time I see grilled meat, I remember Karen's pale face when the police pulled her away. Karma really spares no one. If you think this story is crazy, like and subscribe for more real-life dramas.